listening to Coleman Community Radio's channel for Coleman County sports. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. You're listening to Coleman Community Radio's Coleman County Sports Channel. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute. Listening to Coleman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Coleman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
And we make the jump to region play tonight here from Good Hope as the Fultondale Wildcats are in town to kick off Region 5 4A football tonight. The path to the state championship begins here for the Good Hope Raiders. Hi, I'm Dylan Deemer. Joining with me tonight will be Tony Thompson, Nick McCarley, Oscar McCardo, and Alex Mann. We'll go to Tony Thompson in just a second, who is on field here at James W. Shable Stadium here in beautiful Good Hope, Alabama. It's good to be back home, the first home game of the season, and we are back in familiar territory. It is good to be back and in front of the big crowd here at Good Hope. Fultondale and Good Hope always brings a good crowd on the home side. Maybe the fans from Fultondale just got caught in that I-65 traffic that we hear about all the time in our local media. We'll throw it down to Tony Thompson on the field, who's getting a good look at the vibes around Good Hope. Tony, what you got?
Repeat the question.
Well, I was going to ask you how the vibes are down there. I hear Taylor Swift is playing in the background now.
Oh yeah, man, the vibes are immaculate. You always love a good old peace swizzle this early in the pregame.
That's absolutely true. Tony is coming in from our sideline microphone tonight. He'll be giving us the sideline feed. We'll be joined by the crew here in just a second, as well as we'll break down tonight's contest. Fultondale and Good Hope always brings in some good numbers. Fultondale and Good Hope last season, it was a 35-7 tilt towards the Wildcats. Raiders looking to get back and get on top of this one. They get a big win against West Point, 17-3. 17-3, that's right. It was a crazy game at West Point, and we come back home and ready for the next challenge. Tonight's broadcast is presented to you tonight by Cleaning and More of Coleman, and also sponsors for our Friday Night Live broadcast, Cyber Broadband, Budget Blinds, Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group, Coleman Electric Cooperative, Merchants Bank of Alabama, Lister Hill Credit Union, H&S Appliance, Coleman Savings Bank, Coleman Appliance Repair, Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, Sound Mind TMS, Tisha Brewer State Farm, Denton Seamless Gutters, Hagamore Heating and Air, Odin's Auto Glass, Guthrie's Auto Service, Happy Homes Real Estate, and the Warhurst Team, Realtors at Hagamore Realty Group. We were told that the anthem break will be coming up in just a second, so we will get ready to pay some bills and come back to it with our starting lineups for both teams tonight here in just a second here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented to you tonight by Cleaning and More of Coleman.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service.
Coleman Appliance Repair is now Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair. Now servicing your heating and air needs as well. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for those appliance or HVAC repair needs. Proudly supporting Coleman area athletics and collegiate football. When that appliance or HVAC system frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley and his team are ready to help. They're available via call or text at 256-507-3415 or on Facebook, Google, or online at ColemanApplianceRepair.com. Alabama HVAC number 22238.
Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Coleman on Eva Road, just north of Highway 157. Guthrie's Auto Service is AAA approved and a Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted for up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they are part of the Napa Auto Care Network, the work is also warranted at over 14,000 other Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team for your automotive needs. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net. Guthrie's Auto Service is located on Eva Road, just north of Highway 157.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
We come back to football here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman. Dylan Diemert and Tony Thompson on the call tonight so far. Our crew will be joining us shortly to give us the rest of the game. We'll throw it down to Tony at the 50-yard line here. And Tony, we were told earlier that we were going to have a ring ceremony at halftime. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. We're going to have a ring ceremony for our great basketball team that won state here just a slight few months ago.
Yeah, if you hadn't forgotten about that, it's still fresh on our minds, isn't it, Tony?
Yes, sir, man. We got to cover the last few games or the first few games of the playoffs, and then we got to experience their win in Birmingham, and man, it was a great experience, and I'm glad to be a part of that.
All right, so we have a ring ceremony coming up at halftime. We have a lot of fun things to bring us back home to Good Hope, and we're going to be glad you're going to be down the sideline and bring that to us, to our fans back home. Great night for football. It feels great out here in Good Hope as we sit on the shoals of the Great Smith Lake. Tonight's forecast, we were expecting a little bit of rain. We did have a little bit of rain, but everything has trickled further south of Birmingham. So we will stay dry tonight. You can expect temperatures dipping down throughout the night. We're going to hit a low of 62 with just a calm wind out there. Everything has calmed down here in Good Hope. That forecast, of course, provided by the National Weather Service office in Huntsville. We're not James Spann, but that's what we can expect here tonight. We just have a lot of fun stuff planned for this broadcast tonight. It's good to be back home inside James W. Shable Stadium. We'll take another break. We'll come back and talk about anthems and talk about what Coach had to say. You're listening to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented to you tonight by Cleaning and More.
In the game of mortgages, experience matters. Meet Josh Phillips, a veteran with over 13 years in the mortgage industry. As the leader in the local mortgage community, Josh is more than just a lender. He's a partner who believes in making an impact. At Impact Mortgage Group, they're not just making mortgages. They're making a positive impact on borrowers and our community. You can experience the difference too with Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group.
I'm Josh Phillips of Impact Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920, and I'll show you how my experience can help impact your next home purchase.
In MLS number 338177.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point Bank, member FDIC.
Coleman Electric Cooperative's mission is to make life better in the communities we serve. That starts by providing reliable, affordable electricity, while our Sprout Fiber Internet service delivers blazing fast broadband internet to homes, schools, and businesses. Coleman Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who work hard every day to make their families and community proud. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powerful connections, brighter future.
Hey, Good Hope friends, it's Tommy. I want to tell you about my friends at Hagamore Heating and Air. As the seasons change, the friendly folks at Hagamore Heating and Air know how important it is for your home to stay just right. Whether it's a blast of cool air or a cozy warm hug, Hagamore Heating and Air is here to make sure you're comfortable all year long. They're at every game, so they're like family, and they treat your home as their own. A proud supporter of Good Hope Athletics. You can reach them at 256-338-3332. 256-338-3332. Hagamore Heating and Air, where your comfort is our top priority. You've changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help, so stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Hey, Coleman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Coleman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. You know, buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Coleman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook. Are you ready to make your next move in car Coleman. Hi, I'm Tommy.
And I'm Angela. We're not just realtors, we're a family dedicated to helping yours.
We're not just about buying or selling property. We're about building connections within our community.
From local schools to charity events, we're active because we care about Coleman.
When you use us, you're not just getting one realtor, you're getting a team working around the clock for you.
With our experience and expertise, we'll guide you through every step of the process.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at Hagamore Realty Group.
We make it happen, you make it home.
One of the most important things on your home is sometimes the most overlooked. Your gutters. For gutter cleaning, repair, or new gutters, the name to know is Denton's Seamless Gutters. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured. Denton's offers free estimates and a 10% discount to active and retired service members and any active emergency responders. For gutters, it's Denton's Seamless Gutters, 706-207-7969, or search Denton's Seamless Gutters on Facebook.
In 1952, 7 men at an aluminum plant banded together and started Lister Hill Credit Union with only $5 each. Today, more than 92,000 have joined us, continuing the legacy of supporting themselves and the community through Lister Hill. It's all about we and what we can do together.
We've spent a lot of time on this. The investigation is finally over. We uncovered several leads, and we have finally found it. We have found what every small business in Coleman has been looking for. Fiber optic quality internet is here. Utilizing cutting-edge radio technology, Cyber Broadband is now able to offer fiber optic quality internet in the immediate downtown Coleman area and most Coleman industrial parks. More information is available by calling Cyber Broadband, 256-734-1077, 256-734-1077, or on the web at cyberbroadband.net. Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, State Farm agent Tisha Brewer right here in Coleman could switch you over and you could start saving today. Tisha and her team are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Tisha Brewer, it's easy to switch and save.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Founded in 1887, Coleman Savings Bank serves the people of Coleman with a full line of banking services. One of those services is their legacy checking account, available to those 50 plus, military, teachers, policemen, and firefighters. It features no monthly service charge, interest earned on any balance, free paper or e-statements, and 2 free boxes of checks per year, along with other features. You can stop by any one of 4 convenient locations and ask them about the legacy checking account, or visit www.colemansavingsbank.com for more information. Coleman Savings Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. H&S Appliance Outlet is an overstocked scratch and dent dealer, offering quality name brand appliances at major discounted prices, up to 75% off. H&S Appliance Outlet also offers factory authorized repair services as well as financing options. To better serve the needs of North Alabama, H&S Appliance Outlets are conveniently located in Coleman, Hartselle, and Arab. A proud veteran and family-owned business who's happy to be of service and can be reached on Facebook at H&S Appliance Repair or by phone 256-735-4184. 256-735-4184. H&S Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Coleman Community Radio.
Welcome back to the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, presented to you by Cleaning More of Coleman. Dylan Deemer, Nick McCarley, Oscar Ricardo, and Tony Thompson on the call tonight as we're getting ready for the Spirit Line here back home at Good Hope. You can hear the Fultondale band pretty loud over there, so we're going to try to turn them down a little bit as they're getting warmed up for their performance. Not a lot of people on that side of the field, guys, tonight, so you know the crowd's going to play into it a good bit. Tony, we got a read on the captains here. It looks like we were wearing the home reds and the first time we see them tonight, and boy, this looks like it's going to be a good game tonight.
Yes, sir. Our captains, it looks like number 18, Hank Hudson, number 5, Tyler Cohn, number 10, Landon Bagwell, and number 71, I think that's Jathan Smith. I could be wrong there.
No, you're right. Man, that's right.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Good for first region game of the year. We're excited. Let's go out here and see if we can scrap out a win.
Absolutely, Tony. Thank you so much. We go back now to look as we have the Pee Wee players coming through right now, as they're kind of going through the middle of the pile. Our captains on the Fultondale side, I see number 9, Michael Yafondo, number 11 being Eric Brown. I believe we have 88 there, who is going to be listed on my roster here as, well, there's like 6 pages of things. It's a larger school. They're not they're a 4A program. That's Quintrell Pouncey. And then in the middle is number 8, I believe, which we would have listed here. We don't. Captain's making their decision right now. And we got a Fultondale roster here. Everybody needs it. Got another one, too. If you need a Good Hope roster, it's going to be to your left, gentlemen.
Astute directions, Dylan. Thank you.
Well, we want to make people feel like they're here in the box with us.
Yes, in this glorious box.
Well, the sky is clearing to our right. It's looking like a beautiful night for football here in North Alabama. And, you know, being back home in Good Hope, it always means something special.
Glad to be back on the broadcast. Glad to have everybody tuned in. We're so excited for all the new listeners we've been getting this season. Thousands of people, can't be wrong. Live 95 is here to stay.
That's right. That's right. So both sets of captains head back. Fultondale gets in their Spirit Line. They didn't bring a whole crowd like, of course, the Good Hope people did. Here come your Raiders, led by Tyler Bird. As he'll take all the handshakes he can get from the Good Hope faithful. And boy, he evokes some passion into his team as he is fired up. In our home reds, gray pants with the red stripes down the side, looking like Ohio State out here with the feathered helmets. Fultondale wearing white, kind of a Denver Broncos-esque, white, orange, and blue. Helmets are blue with the Tiger Paw logo, even though they are the Wildcats.
Wow.
Now, I don't mean to pull too much away from it, but let's talk about the mascot for a second. Isn't a Wildcat, is that kind of just like a, you have a mixed berry drink? It's kind of all the berries, a Wildcat, kind of just all the cats?
You know, you're evoking the legendary Coach Leach. I think he would easily take a Raider over a Wildcat. I'm pretty sure the Raiders encountered some Wildcats in the woods and made relatively light work of them, unless the Raider was unarmed. If the Raider was unarmed, he's in trouble. Or if the Wildcat was in a tree or something, you're also in trouble. You'll have to get your wits about you quick. Just like these football teams tonight are going to have to get their wits about them quick in this game.
Fultondale had a win against Linden, the 1A powerhouse program from the South. Then they ended up taking a big loss to Centerpoint last week. They beat Good Hope last time, 35-7. We covered that game in Fultondale at their new digs. And now Fultondale returns favor and comes back. Here to set this kick up for Good Hope.
You know, I like seeing this regular kickoff, not that nonsense the NFL was doing last night.
It's Robert Rodriguez here for Good Hope. Good Hope is going to kick off first to begin this one. Fultondale sends 2 back. Kick from Rodriguez is up, and it's good. Going to go back here to the 25. and fielded by number 13 of Fultondale, and he's got a little bit of speed out to the 40 and finally brought down at the 42. Credit that run to Taylor Smith, the running back.
Well, kind of like last week, they started off again with a squib kick.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 42. You called it absolutely right, Oscar. They did start with that squib. So far, the Fultondale pile is not ready yet. They've got 10 seconds on the play clock. They're not paying attention. They've got to hurry up and snap this.
Yeah, the defense.
6 seconds. Good Hope's defense is ready for this. Fultondale 3, 2, 1. They've got to snap it. They're not going to get it off in time. And luckily, unfortunately, the official got first. So this will be a 5-yard penalty against Fultondale. Just not being ready for that one.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day. You know, first play of the game, usually they're ready to go. Got the play ready, but not tonight.
Play clock was running and the officials were ready to go. Good Hope's defense was ready to go. This time they're ready on 1st and 15, moving left to right as you listen here. They're going to go on the ground and they're not going to go anywhere with it as Good Hope's going to sniff that out.
Looked like the quarterback bobbled the snap there.
I believe the pressure on that one belongs to Jathan Smith for Good Hope. Sets up 2nd, and looks like they're going to call this 2nd and 14. They got him 1 yard after the quarterback had a botched snap and ended up making a play out of it. They've got one in motion. That's number 9. And they're going to hand off behind the line, and Good Hope is not going to be fooled one bit. Landon Bagwell knew where that was going, and he stopped it immediately. No gain or loss. It's going to be 3rd down now for the Wildcats.
Appears Fultondale's got some jitters going on right now at the beginning of the game. They can, running back kind of bobbled the snap a little bit too there.
Fultondale not playing their best game up front. Raiders controlled the series 4-2, although losing big last season. Of course, this is a different look from Fultondale than they had last season. Quarterback under duress, gets a player hit hard, incomplete pass downfield from this quarterback, but I gotta give credit here to Good Hope's number 3. I've got Cody Stevens coming in. He kind of came in quick and kind of got flexed off there by Jackson for Fultondale as he protected his quarterback well. Quarterback had enough time to throw and could not get it complete down the field. And it'll be an incomplete pass and a 4th down coming up.
Well, if you're Good Hope, that's exactly what you want. 3 and out. Get the ball.
The punter wearing number 0. He was listed as number 19. Talked with Coach. He said that shouldn't be what it is, but he is actually number 0 tonight. That's going to be Nadarius Davis. Flag is down here on Fultondale. The officials talking it over. They're going to call an illegal substitution against Fultondale.
Fultondale's been pretty sloppy here to start the game.
Wildcats will back up even further here. 4th and a mile. They're set to punt this one away. 1 man back for Good Hope to get this one. That's Mason Drake. Bounces near the 40. Now inside. Now back around to the 40. Fultondale covers it. It'll be Good Hope ball from the 39. The lone man in the backfield, Mason Drake, was not even in the area code for that as it had a nice Fultondale bounce. They were able to cover on that one, but nonetheless, Good Hope takes with good field position here at the 40. They're going to give a more generous spot to the left.
Let's see what the Good Hope offense can do here. Last week they started off kind of slow, but they really turned it on there in the second half.
Quarterback has two running backs on either side he could go with. He'll go with Drake, and Drake will go up the right side. Picked up maybe a yard or two on the carry. Sets up second. They're going to give him actually another yard more than we thought. So it'll be 2nd and 7 now. And you can hear it tonight here. It's a full crowd in Good Hope, and a full crowd means a lot of pep, a lot of fire, a lot of power. It's always good to come home. Second and 7, quarterback keeper for Johnson gets spun out and tackled behind the line. He's going to lose 2 on that one. He'll set back up the original line of scrimmage. Fultondale obviously has been studying their film from West Point, I can tell.
Yeah, they really are swarming to the ball.
They're actually going to indicate there is no loss on the play now. Of course, we have the most unfavorable angle on this one here. We love the sight line we got, but just being on those far hash marks is always rough to see where everything is going. It's on 3rd and long here. Quarterback rolls to his left. He wants to pass, has time to pass. He's going to keep it himself to the 50 and out of bounds right before he gets there. So he's going to be short by a yard.
Interested to see if they want to go for it here. They only got about, what would you say, 2 yards?
It's going to be a yard, actually. They're going to spot him at the 49. Line to gain will be the 50.
Looks like they are going to go for it.
7-yard carry by the quarterback, Johnson. Able to elude, and sometimes he thought he was going to set up and just throw it downfield, but didn't see a good look downfield on that one. So I would imagine they're going to have to bring Cone into the mix here. On the near hash marks now, they are bunching up.
Looks like they're going with a quarterback sneak here.
They are. They're going to push ahead. They got it.
First down.
First down, and that first down is presented to you tonight by Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group. Raider first down, and the first one of the night. Now we'll go down to the opposite 49-yard line. Beautiful sight lines here tonight in Good Hope. The paintings on the field, everything just looks great here. As they had a couple more weeks than most other schools had to prepare. Didn't have their home game set for what is the 3rd week officially. Tyler Cone gets a direct snap. He's going to be snuffed out and tackled behind the line. Credit a lot of that tackle there to Davis for Fultondale.
Yeah, he read that right away. Went straight for the quarterback. Got about would you say a 3-yard loss there?
3 or 4 now. Their chains are kind of indicating a 4-yard loss. So 2nd and long here. And it looks like it's Cone coming back into this at the quarterback position. Cone's going to throw, has a pass connected, has a receiver, has some room at the 40, at the 30. Well, scratch, I got to the 35.
That was a perfect play call there. Fultondale was bringing the blitz. They called the screen for the running back. I was able to get a pretty big gain out of that one.
I had that as Aiden Young, gets a couple reps in here on the reception. We'll check in with Tony Thompson. Tony, you had a good look at that pass there. Great play by the quarterback.
And I'm going to be honest, you might have to repeat the question. It is super loud down here.
I can tell from your report coming back at us, it is super loud down there. You are in for the game of your life, Tony.
Yeah, man. But I'm going to be honest, I got an update from Bo about the quarterback situation. You know, you see Tyler Cone out there instead of Parker Johnson. Parker Johnson hurt his shoulder late in the West Point game, and he's going to be out 1 to 2 weeks.
All right, thank you on that. And we'll also talk to you about what you had to say with Coach earlier as we have our first time out back to the booth, I guess. Nick McCarley's back in the box.
What's the score?
0-0 so far. You haven't missed much. We have about 6 minutes and 2 seconds. I like that reference you just made, too.
Yes, we love the score.
Should that be a good name for our podcast, for our show.
The Score?
What's the score?
What's the score? We love it so much, we don't like to give it away to people.
So the quarterback position belongs to Tyler Cohn. He'll take the direct snap.
He's still going.
He's still going. He's still fighting to the 30. So they erroneously called it as Parker Johnson, but of course Tony informed us that, hey, that's not right. He's actually mending an injury tonight.
You know, they never did get him down on that play, and I get it, the play was over. He kind of slipped out at the end.
Yeah.
You almost wonder. I mean, you had to whistle it at some point just because the momentum was so slowed, but they couldn't get him down on that play.
And they're going to have trouble with this young man all night long. 2nd and 6 here. Quarterback keeper Cohn breaks open again. Close to that line to gain, though. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 coming up in just a second.
So, I have a question, guys. Are we doing bonus coverage tonight?
We may have some.
I mean, there's pro ball. Can we do both? Is it legal? I don't know. I don't care. We might do it.
I'll talk to my lawyers about that, all right?
Live 95 Nation wants to hear all the football we got.
I think what you're referencing is this Brazilian sport we got going on tonight.
You know, they asked us to fly down, but we couldn't get our visas in time.
Or shots, no. Well, we're glad to be here in Good Hope tonight. Quarterback keeper for Cohn again. Cohn's pushing people on his way to the 20. That's going to be a big pickup for the first down. That first down brought to you by Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group. Of course, at some point tonight, we'll update you on the Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass scoreboard. Of course, we're hearing some news from the big game up in Fairview between West Point and Fairview. So far, seems to be all Aggies. The number 5 team in the state facing off against their fierce rival, the West Point Warriors. That one going on tonight at Dafford Smith. We'll check in with them and check in with Von Mont. Check in with everybody going around here. Here's Mason Drake on a handoff from Cohn. Drake's still on his feet. They're taking their time to bring him down. Not looking like he's going to get a lot of yardage out of it. Maybe a yard or two, but boy, he was fighting for it.
Too early to tell in this game. Is he going to give us a Tom Holland Drake or a video game Drake?
I hope one of those two.
Preferably the video game one.
Yeah.
The video game one was a monster.
I hope he puts up video game numbers tonight.
Well, right now, they only have 3 guys covering the trips, so I think I would pass it that way.
I'm thinking that's what
They've finally got one guy over there.
Cohn's going to keep it. Not bad on the game, though. It gets about 3. As he was able to just kind of cut up the middle.
Oscar, with this game being in Brazil for the NFL tonight, how's your Portuguese?
Not very good, unfortunately.
I thought you might know a little bit.
I mean, a few words here and there, sure.
I know 0, so you got me beat. Dylan knows it second most of the
I probably don't know any Portuguese.
Like I said, second most.
Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Reference to a great Quentin Tarantino movie.
3rd and medium, ball's on the turf. Cohn has to pick it up. He still can't get it. I think he may have finally has it, but Fultondale tried to
fell on it. Yes, he's got the ball.
That's going to back him up on 4th down, and
I love the confidence in the defender still thinking his guy has it as he's walking up with no view of where the ball actually is. So are they going to kick the field goal?
They are going to go for the field goal here.
Oh, this is a long one.
37-yarder?
Yes. I'll take it from here, guys. He's going to step it twice. He's lined up with it. 1 step back, 2 steps back, 3 steps back, 1 step over, and 1 step diagonally. He's kind of far away from this one. Knows he's going to need all the power. He kicks it up. Oh, no good.
Off the crossbar, no good.
I love the energy, though. Kicking a field goal this early in the game, a long one. That's the kind of thing that wins championships.
If you need points, you got to get them any ways you can. And credit to Robert Rodriguez for going for it, not to mention Fultondale very, very close to getting that blocked. And luckily, snap was on time and the delivery was there. Tony, you spoke with Coach Scott earlier, and what were some points that he had mentioned with you?
Yes, sir. I talked to him before the game, and I talked to him earlier. Man, you're seeing exactly what the game plan was it was to slow the game down and run it down their throat, and that's exactly what we're doing.
All right, good read on that as we go back to the game now. Fultondale on second down, and looks like they're going to go with 4 yards after the carry. That quick carry by, I believe, number 4 there. They'll go with 4 again for Fultondale. This time kind of stutter steps and goes on the left side, has the first down, and then some, finally tackled at the 41-yard line. That run by, I believe that's Jeremiah Jackson. He was a factor in the game last season as well, or him or his brother. Or
He's
even
fast.
both.
Very fast.
Definitely has the speed.
You can definitely tell early in this game, Good Hope is bringing the physicality, and Fultondale is bringing the speed.
And they say speed kills. Here's Jackson again. This time the physicality wins. Ball is out. The ball is out. Mason Drake has it. Good Hope has the ball.
Speaking of speed, did anyone catch that game last night?
I did.
Chiefs have some speed. I mean, we know about Rashee Rice's speed, but Worthy can run too. And Rice did a little bit of running, and well, he's fast on the field as well.
So the turnover will put it at the 35 here for Good Hope. They'll march right to left as you listen here. No score so far, 38 seconds, first quarter.
He's fast, but he's not as fast as some of those Raider players.
Oh, yes. Al Davis always drafted for speed, as you know.
They're talking about the Las Vegas Raiders now.
Yes. Al Davis had a thing for speedy players. Mike Mayock continued that a little bit as well with some of his draft picks.
Mason Drake on the right side. Not a whole lot he can work with. No loss, no gain, 2nd and 10.
Did anyone see Brock Bowers this week?
No, not yet.
It's time, buddy.
A lot of football going on this week, and I'm excited about
we love it.
Oh, yes.
Friday night football, Friday night lights, Friday night pros. We had like 5 days of college in a row last week. Summer's my favorite season, but fall is making a compelling case.
Fall is by far my favorite season.
Some kind of a timeout called here. Don't know if this is a heat break. Everybody's getting some water, but nonetheless, we take a break. Back in a second. No score here. Back from Good Hope in just a second on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman.
Hey, Sheriff Matt Gentry here. Hey, on behalf of the Coleman County Sheriff's Office, and we look forward to seeing everybody at the ball field. We pray God's blessings on each and every one of y'all. Hey, when you're coming to and from the ball field, stay safe. Don't be distracted in driving. Make sure if you go somewhere afterwards, don't drink and drive, but have a great season and take care. God bless.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service.
Welcome back to Good Hope. It's a deep pass from Cone. Touchdown. No.
Oh, he dropped it.
Incomplete. Intended for Carter Rutherford. As we get back to it in the second quarter, that was the end of the first. Now, I guess being back home here at James Shable Stadium, we're here in the Tommy Shaddix press box and kind of have a aversion to the scoreboard, not intentionally, but it's hard to see from our end. We have to check over our shoulders every now and then. And we missed, that was the end of the first quarter, so we owe you some scores from around the region in just a second. Not a bad stab from Cohen this time, but third down, he's going to have to check down a pass. He connects with the lineman.
That could almost be a pass interference.
Actually, that's not a lineman. That's a...
Yeah, the O-lineman was right there trying to keep the defender off of him.
I mean, he was bear hugging him, I'm pretty sure, before the ball got there.
As he just wanted to check that one down to number 33 for Good Hope, who's listed as Tucker Screws, the running back.
Are they going for it right here? I believe they are.
Ooh.
I mean, might as well.
4th and long here inside enemy territory. I don't hate the idea of this either. Rutherford's kind of running around, too. If Cohen has enough time to see him at the 40, he darts it. Almost picked off.
Smart, though, to not catch it there. You honestly want to swat that down because you get better field position. He wasn't in pick 6 position, so just...
Yeah. I'm not sure that he meant to drop it, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I don't know that he meant to, but it was kind of like that play Mahomes had last night where he caught his deflection and cost the Ravens 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, just one of those plays that mean a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
So we'll start our scoreboard from Cold Springs and Susan Moore, where the Bulldogs leading the Eagles 6-0. We have a score from Fairview, where Fairview is leading 14-7 over West Point. Touchdown Packers, by the way.
There's a flag.
So that may be coming back, but
I hope it's a PI based on where the flag was thrown, but I could be wrong.
Also, Gordo leading Hansville 6-0. No score from Coleman and Athens yet. Flag on the field for Fultondale. This will be against the Wildcats. This will back them up. I believe it's going to be another illegal substitution, so another 5 yards.
So please tell me that flag wasn't on Cooper DeJean. He's been one of my favorite players to come out of the draft in the past few years. I love the way he plays the game.
Here's the handoff. Jackson again. This time going to be snuffed at the 35.
If the flag was on the off... Oh, no, it wasn't.
Offsetting penalties.
Offsetting. Dang.
And for reference, they're talking about the NFL, of course.
Double cast.
Yes. Back to the field, fake handoff. Number 8 has it for Fultondale, and he has some room to the 40, inside the 30, and finally tackled.
There's a flag.
There's a flag back at the 40-yard line.
We were merely predicting what was about to happen.
Of Fultondale.
Yeah, number 7 by Fultondale. He was definitely holding on that play.
This will go back, so that play will not happen after all. And they are slow to mark it off here. No score again. 10-17 left in the half. It is still daylight here in Good Hope. The clouds have kind of broken up. They were talking about rain in the forecast earlier this week. Then it turned into, well, you're not going to get any rain up here. It's going to be further down south. We get a little bit of rain as we're coming in, but not a lot to count it. But not a bad night for football at all here at James Shable Stadium. Glad you're with us here on Coleman's Live 95.5. Next week we travel to Haleyville for another region matchup. Here's Jeremiah Jackson trying to spin through and fight through the middle. He'll be tackled at about the 37.
Good gain there. Got most of what he lost. Got all of what he lost.
That's all what they lost. They go back to the original line of scrimmage here.
You know, if you're Fultondale, if you don't get something on this drive, you're really shooting yourself in the foot a lot early.
They've made a lot of mistakes in this game so far, which, good for Good Hope.
It pays off here. 3rd and long behind the line. They're going to hand this one off to number 1. Flag's coming out late here, but that was... Looks like Malachi Handy had the run there, but what is the flag? He'll be holding against the offense. Good Hope will decline, obviously. 4th down coming up. 4th and 10. It's
punt.
Easy.
Yeah, you please punt it.
The punter will be Nadarius Davis. Davis was ripping off some boomers in practice this afternoon, and
No Gen Zers, though. Only boomers.
Well, now you just alienated our audience.
We love all our audience. We have every generation, from the greatest generation to whatever the latest one is. From the greatest to the latest.
Flag is down on Fultondale again. If I was this lineman here, I would be careful who's waving their hands. Number 13, Fultondale, kind of giving the, come on, man.
Shades of Baltimore last night.
Yes, I was about to say. Mason Drake, the lone return man. Now he's at the 30. He was kind of around the 27, but Fultondale will have to back up further now. Davis is at the 20. Calls the snap. Punt is up. Nearly blocked. Fair catch called by Mason Drake. And he still gets tagged. I don't know why he's getting tagged. And the official was there and just didn't see it or something. He
saw it. He was just kind of
choosing to holster the flag there.
Yeah, that's not a 15 yards worth.
There was no need for the touching, but yeah, you're right. I'll give him that. At 37, they will take it. Again, next week at Haleyville, as the road trip will continue. We'll come back home on the 27th. We got a flag down here. This time likely against the offense. Good hopes. We got a false start called. We'll back them up 5.
Another flag. The refs are calling it right down the middle. You gotta say that.
Gotta say that for sure. Not hating the calls at all. First and 15 now. And I feel like everybody right now in the month of September is dealing with these allergies.
Yes, ragweed.
Big push up the middle here as Cohn's able to hand this one off. And I believe it's going to be Drake, as we're just waiting to see him emerge from the pile. It is Drake with it. So he's able to get about a 4-yard carry there, and I think there was about 6 or 7 people on the pile there.
That was a scrum.
They'll push him actually a yard further, so that he'll get 5 yards on the carry, so that will be 2nd and 10 now. Hank Hudson's going to check in as well for Good Hope. Cohn keeps it left side, gets a good block from Hudson there to get him down to the 43. They need about 6 yards now.
So who are we taking in this pro game? Oscar, you go first.
Well, obviously I have to go with my Packers.
I'm an Eagles guy, but not by force.
It's going to be a good game. I like both teams.
I don't.
But I only had breakfast with the quarterback of one of the two teams. Go Eagles.
Cohn's in pressure. He's going to tip it ahead to Drake. Drake's going to make some life out of it. Drake to the 50. Drake tries to spin out of it and tackled inside the 45, or outside rather, and he'll get the first down. That one brought to you by Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group. And what an impact play for Mason Drake as the quarterback under duress, able to just tip it ahead. And, of course, Mason Drake able to keep some life alive and make it a good, positive play for the Raiders.
Big play there on 3rd down. They really needed that.
It's a good screen. He had a lot of space to work with.
I don't think he even intended to go that way, but Drake made some magic out of it. 7-13, no score here so far between Fultondale and Good Hope. It's Drake again on the right side. Drake, another spin. Tackled. Finally brought down. Forward progress said the 42 if I had to pick, or actually that's the 38 now. And Drake kind of holding on to his face. He's going to check out for a play. Seems to be okay. Maybe he's got something jammed into his helmet. Coach Scott comes to talk with him. Coach just checking in on his player training staff right beside him. May have got a finger to his eye or something. He'll step out of set. Here is Cone.
He went backwards that time. Well, they gave him a little bit of yardage.
So they gave him about 2 there.
Generous.
Another third down.
Third and short this time. You like to think the way they've been running it, this should be pretty simple for Good Hope.
6 minutes on the board here in the half. We are scoreless here from Good Hope. And people said, talking about this game this week, they didn't know which way to go with it. Fultondale was new. Good Hope is definitely new to this one. Not the same cast as last season. Same players, just different roles. Quarterback keeper, Tyler Cone.
The way the middle of the line broke up, it looked like he was going to get a big gain. And really, he got the first down, but he didn't get a whole lot.
They are finally moving the markers now. First down for the Raiders. That will be another Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group. First down. 5:37 in the half. We are scoreless here. Fultondale and Good Hope has been probably one of the best games to cover in our region tonight, as just how close it's going to be. Still anybody's ball game. We got some scores from around the region to talk about too. We've got a score from the Eagles of Athens and the Bearcats of Coleman. That score in the second quarter, it's 3-0 Athens. The Golden Eagles have a 3-point advantage. In the big game of the county rivalry game to watch, whatever name you want to give it, the big old meat bowl, some people want to call it, because, for legal reasons we can't call it certain things. 21-7 Fairview over West Point. Gordo 20 over Hanceville, and Vinemont 8 over Phil Campbell. No score from Holly Pond and Sylvania yet. And latest update from Cold Springs has a 2-point advantage over the Bulldogs. 8-6 in that ball game. We'll check in more with our Odin's Auto Glass Big Glass Regional Scoreboard after a while. We go back to football here, 1st and 10, and we've got whistles.
On the defense.
Penalty called against Fultondale will be an encroachment on the defense that will send them further up by 5 yards. 5:27 here in the second. At the halftime of tonight's broadcast, we'll also take it to the field for the presentation of the championship rings to celebrate the Good Hope Raiders 4A class basketball championship. Our girls basketball team will be on field tonight and honored appropriately. So 1st and 5 now. Cone under pressure. Cone throws. Has a receiver, Rutherford.
One-handed.
It is picked by one hand by Fultondale. And he's trying to take it all the way to the house.
What a catch.
Man, that was a touchdown.
Flag's coming down late, though, near the 30, but he gets tackled near the 36, and that is a one-handed grab for the interception on Cone.
I thought he made it a little unnecessarily hard, but it worked.
The officials meeting to talk about what happened. Tony, you got any word on that?
I actually do not. I couldn't see what was going on through all the crowds going through there.
Very accurate description, because that crowd was like a red wave.
Absolutely, it did. All I seen was red jerseys. It seems like holding.
Oh, this is big.
Was it on the blocking, though?
I would think so, right?
Yes, this is big.
Well, it's just going to move them back. Yeah, they get the ball. It was just on the
Still return. Big to punt them back at the, well, not punt them, but obviously to pin them back near the 20.
What a catch.
So the interception still stands. One-hand catch for the pick. But the yardage afterwards not going to matter much. Screen pass on the right side hits number 9, and here comes the boom.
What a hit.
Guys, the screen isn't working if you're Fultondale. Try something else.
Landon Bagwell delivers that boom. Michael Yafondo tried to make some positive yardage out of it, but instead Bagwell's running the fireworks stand and brought the power to it.
I could feel that hit up here. Or maybe that's something going on in the hallway behind us, but
could be a little bit of both. It gets crazy up here in the box. Good for about a yard or two on the carry from Yofondo after getting rocked by Bagwell. Student section going to make them pay for it with the sound as well. Here comes Fultondale. I give it to number 13 this time, and he has been elusive so far as he will get the first down and then some. Kind of just using his arms as Taylor Smith able to elude everybody. And finally brought down at about the 38. Fairview is racking up points right now in that big meat bowl or whatever they want to call it, this for legal reasons, of course.
How about a vegetarian bowl?
Well, there's not a vegetarian restaurant in town sponsoring it, is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm just saying that'll teach them to not ride a wave.
No score still here from this game as we have 3 minutes until halftime. And going to be an interesting night here. I'll tell you that much. Here we got a run here inside the 50 and finally brought down.
That was close to being a horse collar. They didn't call it, though.
I was thinking the same thing.
This time they're going to feed that one to Jalen Fells. Sets up a Wildcat first down. Wildcats marching right to left as you listen here tonight. Fells again. Has some room, pushing off his blocker. Tries to get away from Hank Hudson. No, that's actually Landon Bagwell. Moving so quickly, couldn't even tell. It was either 10 or 18, but it was 10.
Fultondale has found some offense finally here. They're looks like they're trying to run hurry up.
They are speeding it up, and speed is killing these Raiders on defense so far. Another first down for the Wildcats.
Guys, is it okay up in this box? I think they're playing football behind us.
They may be playing a game up here tonight. With 2 minutes and 17 seconds, we have no score here. We'll take a timeout. Back in just a moment here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. Or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls.
And we are back.
Back here from James Shabel Stadium in Good Hope. Glad you're with us tonight here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman. No score here in this game. Fultondale has the ball, and they're marching in Good Hope territory. Here's Smith on the right side. Smith has the edge, speeds out and gets to the 22, maybe the 19, they say, after forward progress comes in. That's a first down nonetheless.
He glided through the play that time.
Wildcats are using their speed to their advantage to try to put some points on the board. Raiders had a chance to score, ended up missing the field goal earlier in this game. Gotta hurry up and get these players out.
The refs didn't see it, but they could have called too many men on the field there.
I think he was outside the numbers at that point, hopefully. Substitutions coming out late. We had a lineman and a running back coming, or lineman and a fullback, not fullback, good one. Linebacker coming out. Penalty coming out, though. Timeout called by the Wildcats. So officials have been calling it down the middle, but there has been some chippiness nonetheless on both sides. So we will look at our regional scoreboard presented to you by Odin's Auto Class while we have a moment. Fairview 28 over West Point 7. Gordo 20 over Hansfield 0. Bonmont leads Phil Campbell 8-0. Holly Pond over Sylvania 20-0.
Roll Pond, they say.
The Pond is rolling tonight. And Sylvania is nobody to scoff at. That is a powerhouse program up there. We saw them in action in the playoffs last season. They are a good school. But same respect with Gordo, the Green Wave down there dominating the Bulldogs of Hansfield. That's all we got for right now. We'll tell you more when we see it. 2nd and 7. Screen pass Smith, ball's loose, that's on the turf. Good Hope has the ball. Good Hope has it. Raiders get the turnover. Landon Bagwell.
Good Hope really needed that turnover there because they were getting sliced and diced.
They go back to the screen, and it still doesn't work.
The intended receiver, Taylor Smith.
And unfortunately for Fultondale, it wasn't a forward pass; it was the lateral pass.
Wildcats will turn it over, and the Raiders will take over with 1 minute, 2 seconds in the half. Let's see if they can show their speed here. Well, some good receivers on either side to pick from. Here's Cone. Cone finds his own lane. Cone stutter steps one, forces it out of bounds. Flag's coming out late.
Late hit.
Late hit on the quarterback.
That could be huge there. That might,
Yeah, because I didn't think Good Hope would really be able to mount a drive with this little time left, but when you get 15 free and the clock stops.
Tony, we saw it as a late hit on the quarterback. Is that what you got down there?
Absolutely. He was running up the sideline. The dude already had him tackled out of bounds, and the dude just took a little cheap shot to his legs out of bounds.
And some people would say that's just, I don't want to say that's normal for one side of the field, but you got to keep it in wraps when you're having these games.
Let's see how aggressive Good Hope is here. They try and go for a score, or are they just happy to run the clock out?
A free 15 yards means a first down, brought to you by Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group. Here's Tyler Cone playing at the quarterback. Cone heaves it downfield. Had a receiver dialed up. A little too much for him. I believe that's Carter Rutherford again, and Rutherford had to hurdle a chair out of bounds over here on the Fultondale side. There is a coach sitting in this chair, too. Coach steps out of the chair and had to just kind of let Rutherford kind of just hurdle it and just kind of get out of the way. That was kind of interesting back there. And for some reason, the official talking with Landon Bagwell, and Bagwell's kind of got his hands up like, I didn't do nothing. Not sure. The official has got his eyes pinned. He's just kind of watching him, too. Maybe giving him some kind of a warning or something. 2nd and 10 again. No score here. 50 seconds in the half. Cone, he's going to use his blockers ahead, pushes ahead for a couple free yards. If that.
Maybe half.
Maybe half a yard.
Timeout, it seems. By who? By Fultondale.
Oh, they want the ball back. Ugh.
So change that director we told you about. That was actually Hank Hudson talking with the official. Maybe they were just having a pleasant talk or something. But Bagwell checked out. He's actually talking to Hudson now. So maybe the official has the two mixed up. I had the two mixed up. What do we got going on here in this... going on here in this NFL world?
Well, Green Bay's gotten into the red zone twice, but they keep stalling. So it looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Try and go up 10-0 on the Eagles, but it's 3-0 right now.
And Jordan Love era in full swing against Jalen Hurts on this Friday night football game in the NFL. And this may be short of the line to gain here. They may not have converted on this one.
It's going to be close. See what Good Hope can do here on this third down.
3rd and 10 here. Cone.
I think they're happy to just go to halftime.
I think so. 34 seconds. Cone slides behind the line. This is still anybody's ball game here.
Well, you know, like last week, Good Hope started really slow, and then they came out in the second half and put up some points right away. Let's see if they'll do that again tonight.
Fultondale's going to use their last timeout, I believe, here of the half. So that means we will check our scoreboard from around the region. Will we have a chance? Of course, Fairview putting up some big numbers tonight, and I mean on the scoreboard. Athens leading Coleman 10-0 right now. Bearcats trailing their rival, the Eagles of Athens. Fairview leading West Point 28-7. While the Pond keeps rolling 26-0.
Man.
Cold Springs trailing Susan Moore 12-8. And Hansville trails Gordon 26-0.
The Pond is full.
Tony, I know you have trouble hearing the broadcast side of things, so I have to talk to you on this little receiver, but just to let you know, Gordo has put up 26 on Hansville right now. 26-0.
Woo!
And also Holly Pond 26 over Sylvania, nothing. You can't see it on the air, but he looked at that like it was crazy numbers. And it was. Just remember, halftime we'll have the Fultondale band and then the ring ceremony for the girls basketball state championship. Good punt by Cone, and it'll take a nice Good Hope bounce to the 30, and finally they're going to make a play out of it.
Try to run it. Ooh, that's a dangerous play there.
They're going to try to make a play out of it. He gets an extra yard out of it. I'm not going to hate it, but there is a flag down near midfield.
It's hard to tell what that was.
One of these players here is pretty ticked off for Fultondale near the site of the penalty. Officials still talking it over, but somebody from Fultondale was pretty ticked off about that one. And still no indication from the officials yet of what this is going to be. Is a blindside block called against the Wildcats. That won't change anything about who gets the ball.
It probably will keep Fultondale from trying to try anything right here before the half. They'll probably just... Oh, okay. It was just the official throwing the flag back. I thought they was about to throw another flag.
They'll back him up with 18 seconds left. They're going to try to heave this one downfield. They got pressure coming to this quarterback. May have been ahead of the sticks. He gets the pass connected, but he gets rocked. Absolutely rocked here.
Hank Hudson right there laying the lumber.
Yeah. I've known that young man for a while, and boy, he can hit. Here's another deep play from Fultondale. Quarterback under duress. Tries to step up. He's going to have to keep it himself. Misses one tackle. Gets another block. That should be coming back. I'm not sure why the officials haven't got it yet. They finally wrap him up at midfield.
Well, what about Fultondale trying to end the game very aggressively here?
And we go to the halftime scoreless at this one. It has been... this has been probably one of the best games just to watch here. Tony, any words from you down on the sideline?
Man, I'm just appreciative to be down here on the sideline. A good view. I don't know if you saw it right there at the end of the quarter right there. They got a little chippy on the far side of the field. We actually do have a Fultondale player down right now.
You called it right, Tony. There was some chippiness. We do have a Fultondale Wildcat kind of taking his time to come off, but Looks like he is fine now. Both teams heading to the locker room with no score on the board, and it's been impressive to see them kind of set up all their drives and do what they need to do, but at the same time, just not been one of the best games yet for either team's offense. So we'll step away for a second. Bands will be back on the field. We'll bring you back in for the halftime presentation of the championship rings here. We'll take a quick break. Back in a moment on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning & More Coleman.
In the game of mortgages, experience matters. Meet Josh Phillips, a veteran with over 13 years in the mortgage industry. As the leader in the local mortgage community, Josh is more than just a lender. He's a partner who believes in making an impact. At Impact Mortgage Group, they're not just making mortgages. They're making a positive impact on borrowers and our community. You can experience the difference too with Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group.
I'm Josh Phillips of Impact Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920, and I'll show you how my experience can help impact your next home purchase.
In MLS number 338177.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point Bank, member FDIC.
Coleman Electric Cooperative's mission is to make life better in the communities we serve. That starts by providing reliable, affordable electricity, while our Sprout Fiber Internet service delivers blazing fast broadband internet to homes, schools, and businesses. Coleman Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who work hard every day to make their families and community proud. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powerful connections, brighter future.
You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help, so stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Hey, Coleman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Coleman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. Buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Coleman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, There's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook. Are you ready to make your next move in Coleman? Hi, I'm Tommy.
And I'm Angela. We're not just realtors, we're a family dedicated to helping yours.
We're not just about buying or selling property. We're about building connections within our community.
From local schools to charity events, we're active because we care about Coleman.
When you use us, you're not just getting one realtor, you're getting a team working around the clock for you.
With our experience and expertise, we'll guide you through every step of the process.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at Hagamore Realty Group.
We make it happen, you make it home.
At Plus One Heating and Air, we believe in more than just fixing your HVAC system. Our team of skilled technicians is dedicated to providing top-notch service with a smile. Whether it's installation, repairs, or maintenance, you can trust Plus One Heating and Air to get the job done right the first time.
I've never experienced service like this before. Plus One Heating and Air not only fixed my heating system promptly, they also ensured everything was running smoothly. They truly care about their customers.
So when you're in need of heating and air services, remember the company that's willing to walk that extra mile for you. Plus One Heating and Air, where trust meets exceptional service.
Coleman Appliance Repair is now Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, now servicing your heating and air needs as well. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for those appliance or HVAC repair needs. Proudly supporting Coleman area athletics and collegiate football. When that appliance or HVAC system frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley and his team are ready to help. They're available via call or text at 256-507-3415 or on Facebook, Google, or online at ColemanApplianceRepair.com. Alabama HVAC number 22238.
Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Coleman on Eva Road, just north of Highway 157. Guthrie's Auto Service is AAA approved and a Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted for up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they are part of the Napa Auto Care network, the work is also warranted at over 14,000 other Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team for your automotive needs. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net. Guthrie's Auto Service is located on Eva Road, just north of Highway 157.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. Or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman. County Road 437. Under the big white sign with the U-Hauls. In the game of mortgages, experience matters. Meet Josh Phillips, a veteran with over 13 years in the mortgage industry. As the leader in the local mortgage community, Josh is more than just a lender. He's a partner who believes in making an impact. At Impact Mortgage Group, they're not just making mortgages. They're making a positive impact on borrowers and our community. You can experience the difference too with Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group.
I'm Josh Phillips of Impact Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920, and I'll show you how my experience can help impact your next home purchase.
In MLS number 338177.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point Bank, member FDIC.
Coleman Electric Cooperative's mission is to make life better in the communities we serve. That starts by providing reliable, affordable electricity, while our Sprout Fiber Internet service delivers blazing fast broadband internet to homes, schools, and businesses. Coleman Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who work hard every day to make their families and community proud. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powerful connections, brighter future.
And we are celebrating championship excellence here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman. We take it to midfield as we will present the trophy and ring presentation of the Good Hope Lady Raiders, winning state championship in Birmingham, beating the T.R. Miller Tigers and clinching the first ever state championship for any sports program here at Good Hope High School. They were county champions, area champions, and champions of the state.
Dr. Barnett, Principal Brown, Vice Principal Stucon, and Terry Neighbor. Now introducing the team. Number 1, Lexi Marshall. Number 2, Ava McFly. Number 3, Lily McCluskey. Number 10, Emma Foster. Number 11, Ella Goffin. Number 20, Ivy Miller. Number 21, Jordan Sander. Number 23, Corey Johnson. Number 25, Joey Mayer. Number 30, Lucy Adams. Number 35, Heather Petro. And number 53, Bailey Petro. Your manager, Reese Fox. Greg Kouar. And coaches, Beth Taylor. Marina Moss. And head coach, Justin Abbey. Ladies and state champions, you may now open your ring.
And of course, you won't see it here on the radio waves, but a couple drop their rings as they all are ready to open and celebrate. Hard-fought battle for the ladies, and they get the job done last season. We covered that all the way till the end. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more football when we come back here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman.
Coleman Appliance Repair is now Coleman Appliance and HVAC Repair, now servicing your heating and air needs as well. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for those appliance or HVAC repair needs. Proudly supporting Coleman area athletics and collegiate football. When that appliance or HVAC system frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley and his team are ready to help. They're available via call or text at 256-507-3415 or on Facebook, Google, or online at ColemanApplianceRepair.com. Alabama HVAC number 22238.
Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Coleman on Eva Road, just north of Highway 157. Guthrie's Auto Service is AAA approved and a Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted for up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they are part of the Napa Auto Care network, the work is also warranted at over 14,000 other Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team support your automotive needs. More information is online at Guthrie Guthrie'sAutoservice.net. Guthrie's Auto Service is located on Evo Road, just north of Highway 157.
You know, we have one of the coolest places right here in Coleman. It's Cleaning and More Coleman on County Road 437. Cleaning and More Coleman has reliable and professional residential and commercial cleaning services tailored to your needs. And I know because we use Cleaning and More Coleman at the Warhurst Team Realtors for our buyers and sellers. Cleaning and More Coleman is more than just cleaning supplies. They have janitorial supplies like trash can liners of all sizes, cleaning supplies, mops, brooms, paper towels, they have it all. Plus concession stand and restaurant supplies like cups, cutleries, plates, to-go containers, bags, straws, nacho trays, even popcorn bags. Cleaning and More Coleman has it all. Need climate control storage? How about 10 by 10, 10 by 15, and 10 by 20 units? And they even have the U-Haul trucks to carry your stuff. You can check them out at cleaningandmorecoleman.com. You can get info at cleaningandmorecoleman.com, or the way I like, you can dial them up at 256-736-9944. 256-736-9944. Cleaning and More Coleman, County Road 437, under the big white sign with the U-Hauls. In the game of mortgages, experience matters. Meet Josh Phillips, a veteran with over 13 years in the mortgage industry. As the leader in the local mortgage community, Josh is more than just a lender. He's a partner who believes in making an impact. At Impact Mortgage Group, they're not just making mortgages. They're making a positive impact on borrowers and our community. You can experience the difference too with Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group.
I'm Josh Phillips of Impact Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920, and I'll show you how my experience can help impact your next home purchase.
In MLS number 338177.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point Bank, member FDIC.
Coleman Electric Cooperative's mission is to make life better in the communities we serve. That starts by providing reliable, affordable electricity, while our Sprout Fiber Internet service delivers blazing fast broadband internet to homes, schools, and businesses. Coleman Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of student athletes, cheerleaders, and band members who work hard every day to make their families and community proud. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet, powerful connections, brighter future.
Hey, Good Hope friends, it's Tommy. I want to tell you about my friends at Hagamore Heating and Air. As the seasons change, the friendly folks at Hagamore Heating and Air know how important it is for your home to stay just right. Whether it's a blast of cool air or a cozy warm hug, Hagamore Heating and Air is here to make sure you're comfortable all year long. They're at every game, so they're like family, and they treat your home as their own. A proud supporter of Good Hope Athletics. You can reach them at 256-338-3332. 256-338-3332. Hagamore Heating and Air, where your comfort is our top priority.
Welcome back to Good Hope, as we have had an extended stoppage of everything here, just to go through with our presentation of the girls' championship rings, as well as a performance by the band doing their set for Queen this year. And joining us in the box here in the second half of this play, Mr. Alex Mann. Alex, we're getting your it's stuck.
The man himself.
It's good to have you back this week.
Thanks for having me.
The gang, minus Guerin and Tidwell, is all here.
We got Tony, though. He's out there. I don't know where he's at, but he's out there. We'll check in with him in a second, too. He is somewhere out there. I'm looking for him.
He might be at the concession stand.
He could be. Oh, he's right there.
Yeah, in the bleachers.
We can see him. Well, he's in the good seats, so he is mingling with the crowd.
Man of the people.
Man of the people. He is a Good Hope alum, and he wants to give back to his school and put his school on the map, and we appreciate him for joining us this season as well as basketball season. 2 minutes until we get back into this scoreless ball game between Fultondale and Good Hope, and what do you gotta hope for here in the second half if you're Good Hope?
Points.
Well, that's one way to say it very broadly. Of course, you need to score to win the game. That's the whole point. You know, you don't win by going scoreless.
This is a tough game for
the... We don't have ties in high school football.
This is a tough game for the what's the score crowd.
Yes.
It's brutal. 0-0.
0-0. It's
0-0. Yes. 0-0. Nothing to nothing.
That's not saying nothing will come from it. It's just saying as of right now, that's nothing to talk about.
If you divided those two scores, you would get an error because that's impossible.
At this point, we've got to let you know about some regional schools. Cold Springs leading, looks like Susan Moore, 14-12, while we have a still 8-0 halftime lead for Vinemont over Phil Campbell. An update on the Holly Pond scoring. We were telling you incorrectly. Sylvania.
We were provided false information.
Yes, our guy at the Holly Pond Sylvania game had that backwards. We've got to correct it now. 41-0 Sylvania, the Rams over the Ponds. Maybe the pond isn't rolling as much tonight.
It is very dry at the pond. Very, very dry.
The drought has finally caught up to him.
Yes, yes.
Cold Springs. We said Cold Springs. Coleman trailing Athens 10-0. Or leading Coleman 10-0 rather. A little bit of Sweet Home Alabama filling the air here in Good Hope. A little bit. They cut it off right after the big wheels kept on turning.
Yeah, the wheels quit turning.
Yeah. As you could say.
Couldn't even get a Roll Tide roll in.
No, and they're usually good about getting that in here. A lot of red here.
Well, the Packers just scored a touchdown.
Well, it's good for Packers fans, I guess.
Do we know any of those?
We might know one in the box.
I'm surprised Oscar didn't bring his cheesehead into the box.
That's not allowed here. This is Vikings country.
If I did, we all wouldn't fit in here.
No, we wouldn't. A lot of football to take in. Even the Canadians are playing football still, I think.
You know, it's crazy that we've seen so many parallels with Favre to Rodgers to Love, which is good news for Packers Nation. People in Mississippi, I'm sorry.
No. Do I have to consult the lawyers about that one too now? Hopefully we don't get sued.
Well, if the trend continues, Jordan Love should win another Super Bowl, the one and only Super Bowl early in his career, and then just stat pad after that.
And then play for the Jets.
And then play for the Jets.
Maybe we get a nice return in Minnesota, hopefully, you know.
Yeah, well, you're up for Aaron Rodgers. Then comes the Wranglers commercials, and then we won't talk about it.
Alleged, guys, alleged.
Well, it's even worse when he found out that the $1 Million Man's son was involved, the wrestler. Could he not borrow some money from the $1 Million Man?
Allegedly. Of course, now we've got football back in front of us, so we can stop talking about all that. But, you know, so where we get sued or something.
Nah.
Fultondale to kick off to begin this second half. Scoreless here in Good Hope. Number 20 for Fultondale is going to kick this one. It goes out of bounds near the 15. They're going to flag it at the 11. So this will be Good Hope ball as they are getting the chain moved up after the penalty flag comes out. Don't let that score fool you. It has not been a boring game whatsoever here in Good Hope. First and 10 from the Good Hope 35-yard line. They'll move left to right as you listen here. Tyler Cohn in at quarterback. He'll hand this one off to Mason Drake. Drake getting pulled by his jersey, still on his feet. Wanting to get to the 40. They're going to wrestle him back to the 30.
If he had a tearaway, that would have been a very good run.
Oh, yeah.
But the jerseys now are made out of thicker material, and it got pulled.
And they were still pulling his jersey as of late. Number 5 was, and he had his hands up. That was Jaden Gordon for Fultondale.
Well, that's legal. I mean, you can pull the jersey all they want.
Still even pulling after the play was dead. And he had his arms up, and the official kind of just said to back off. Looks like a 2nd and 8 here coming up after the positive yard run as they'll count the forward progress. Cohn didn't have a lot of time to set that snap he got, had to make a play out of it, and he will lose. As they kind of hit him a little late.
That was right at the whistle.
Echo of the whistle.
Very, very close.
88 has been pretty disruptive so far.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll see a hole and he just closes it right away.
Good Hope's going to dial something different here.
What's he listed at on here?
Towards the back of that 6-page roster, mind you.
They have a deep squad. He is on the last page.
6 foot, 300 pounds. Yep, he's every bit of that.
That is an absolute unit.
Yeah.
Pouncy. And 8 now. Cohn in pressure. Rolls to his right. Steps up to the 30. Spins and out of bounds. He stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at the 31. This will be 4th down and long to go.
Not the start you want into the second half if you're the Raiders. You'll have to punt it away.
Going to have to write a check that you hope your defense can cash.
And they've been able to so far. They've stopped Fultondale from hitting the big play. Will that hold up in the second half?
Probably as well as a lawsuit from Brett Favre will hold up in the court of law.
The lawsuit to
us.
One of our inspirations, Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
Even though were we doing this before when he was still in the league?
We were.
Oh, almost blocked.
4th and 15. I think he was doing that since he was in college, though. Out of bounds at the 27. As it'll roll out, and Fultondale will take over.
I'll say one thing: we'll never sell out to ESPN unless they call. We probably would.
Yeah. If Mickey Mouse comes up with a briefcase, I think we're gonna take it.
Yeah, Mickey, if you're listening.
Yeah.
Well, this begs the question: if it's ESPN or Fox, isn't it the same thing? Really, just kind of a different.
Well, Disney doesn't own the sports part of Fox. That became its own separate entity. They don't own the sports or the other Fox networks.
Oh, didn't know that actually.
You
learn something new every day.
I didn't know either.
Sports or the political part, which I ain't getting into.
Well, yeah. I'm sure some people would rather tune us off and put that channel back on.
Nope.
Here's a screen pass low on the right side. He gets connected with the receiver, and he drops it.
Fumble.
It's another fumble, and it's another Good Hope recovery.
Man, just when you think Fultondale's about to start.
Don't run the screen.
Yeah.
Nothing good happens when you run that screen play.
Something happens, and
there was only a common denominator from all the bad things that have happened to Fultondale. It's the bubble screen.
And the recovery this time belongs to Hank Hudson.
You're not Andy Reid or Kyle Shanahan. That doesn't work at the high school level.
That's really good field position.
Great field position for the Raiders.
Yeah, let's see if they can capitalize on this.
I believe this is the 4th turnover in the game altogether. 3rd for Good Hope. Of course, Good Hope gave up a pick in the first. No score here, so if you're asking for the score, we've got nothing for you. Cohn steps back, throws, heaves downfield. Rutherford has it. No, he doesn't. And the Fultondale
pretty good defense
is celebrating that one. Pretty good defense. Rutherford not able to come away with it.
Yeah, that ball was just a touch behind, which allowed the defender to catch up to it and make a play on the ball.
And someone in the crowd asking for the ref's opinion on that.
It was pretty good timing, I thought.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell the player thought he was being interfered, but the ball hit his hands after the contact really was initiated. It was just a hard play to make.
9:58, third quarter, scoreless still. On 2nd and 10. Here's Cohn, steps up, heaves again downfield. This time tries to dial the receiver in, incomplete once more.
He went for the one-handed catch that time. Those are hard to do.
It was very tough to come away with that one. Defense was there to stop the play from happening. I believe that's number 11. That is Tucker Keefe getting some action. So 3rd and 10 coming up. You got to imagine you're going to go for a big chunk play or try to pick up that first down yardage. They're going to go and try to pick up that first down yardage with Cohn.
I believe he's got it.
And he's got it.
Does he?
It's going to be close.
The indication is not
4th
there
down
yet.
Wow.
They're going to say he's short by a yard or two. And the offense looks to stay on. The big number 99 doesn't step on the field. Now he does. Or no, excuse me, that's 50. That's Callahan Lindsay.
You know they're going to run it here.
They're bringing Callahan out to kind of help the line. Cohn keeps it, pushes, has it. First down, Raiders. That one brought to you by Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group. 1st and 10 it goes now. Raiders have possession. It's at the 19-yard line here for Fultondale. I'm thinking a run play is coming up here.
Yeah.
They put Drake in motion. No, they're going to pass it. It's Landon Bagwell. He's got it to the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
DB went for the pick and missed it.
And Good Hope finally able to put some points on the board. 6-0. I think that was Bagwell. I could be wrong, though. Here's the kick from Rodriguez. It's up. Extra point is good. So at this point, 7-0, Good Hope over Fultondale. We'll take a quick break, catch our breath, and get ready for more exciting action right here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman.
You changed thousands of diapers. cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose because you'd do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Tisha Brewer will make it easy and affordable to help protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you'd do anything for, life insurance could mean everything.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we are back.
Yeah, that's right. 7:08:31 here in the third quarter of action here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Number, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman. It has been a drought of points, but finally Good Hope able to find the end zone off a pass to Landon Bagwell in the back left corner of the end zone for the touchdown. And we got to cue our boy Tony in on the kickoff. Tony, you had a good look at that touchdown play. What did you think?
Oh man, great play call by Switcher. You know, he just slipped the running back out of the backfield. Just a little screenplay. It works on a video game, so why not try it in real life? You know.
Gotta agree with you. Thank you, Tony. Back to the field. Fultondale has a recovery. This could be dangerous. That's number 8, and he gets rocked. Attaboy.
If he wouldn't have tried to initiate the contract, I think he could have kept running.
Yeah.
He kind of slowed up to initiate the contract, and he paid for it.
What's the flag? Oh.
We've got a flag down, but I want to give credit to this young man who just rocked that kid's world, and he's in the pile here, and now he steps out. That was the kicker. That was Robert Rodriguez.
That's what we love to see.
Flag is out here near the 40-yard line. Holding against Fultondale, so when it rains, it pours for the Wildcats. And that's why they were so excited. The kicker got involved in the action. They love to see that. That's some Pat McAfee stuff right there.
Oh, yeah.
For the brand.
That'll back the Wildcats up even further. And folks, you would think about the kicker, and some people would say usually he's the weakest or the scruffiest.
Who would say such a thing?
Well,
it's the hardest position in football.
A biased opinion, mind you, but I give you credit there. But some people would say that, but no, he packs a punch. Robert Rodriguez packs a punch for a kicker.
Reminded me of that devastating downfield tackle I had in the 9th grade JV when they put me in at free safety.
And defense is stepping up big.
Almost had a pick in that same series.
Credit a lot of that to Aiden Young and Hank Hudson on the stop there. Still picks up 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 coming up for the Wildcats here. So we go back to this set for the Wildcats. Pressure's coming from the Good Hope crowd. Quarterback keeper spins away. They pull by the jersey and bring him down. Callahan Lindsay on the stop. They're getting 2 or 3 yards each time, but they are making some big stops when they can. And Fultondale slow to get their play set. They're checking one player off. No listing from this roster we received. An outdated one, mind you, but quarterback listed as number 8. This came from Dragonfly. He'll hand off to Michael Yofondo, who wants that first down, pushing the pile. He gets it, then some, a little bit more as they get onto the Indian Head logo here.
The pile pushed him another 8 yards nearly.
Really? That's a first down for Fultondale after the push.
Yes. We've seen several good pushes in this game where, like, you'd think the play's about to stall, and offensive line, the big boys just keep it going. 6
minutes, 45 seconds in the third quarter. 7-0 Raiders. It's 1st and 10. Here is Fultondale again with another big carry. Able to get about 6 yards on that one. That was...
Slipped him.
That was Smith. And credit the tackle by Landon Bagwell. He has been laying the lumber where he can. Second and 5 here. Quarterback keeper number 8 eludes coverage, eludes one tackle, 2 tackles, and finally the third is the catalyst that stops him as it takes a couple. Nice push by Tyler Bird on the backside of that tackle. That'll be a first down nonetheless, though, for the Wildcats. Timeout called by the Raiders. We will take a timeout, too. Your score here, 7-0. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning and More of Coleman.
Do you or a loved one suffer from treatment-resistant depression? Depression can be bad. Start living your full life. If you suffer from depression and don't know where to turn, you can think TMS therapy. TMS is a non-invasive way to treat multiple mental health disorders. Sound Mind TMS in Coleman can help. For more information, you can call Sound Mind TMS at 256-735-9475 or visit their website at soundmindtms.com. Dr. Robert Smith and his staff can help, so stop suffering. Think Sound Mind TMS.
Welcome back to Good Hope. 7-0 Raiders over the Wildcats. Dylan Deaver, Nick McCarley, Oscar Ricardo, Alex Mann, and Tony Thompson on the call. For you on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning More of Coleman. Okay, we've got that out of the way. Time to go back to football. It's Taylor Smith for Fultondale running up the right side on 1st and 10. Able to get about 2 yards, maybe 3 on the carry as he is tackled and brought down at about the 31. Or actually, it's the 29. They'll spot him now as they are moving afterwards. Five minutes, 30 seconds. Here in the third quarter, Raiders have a 7-point advantage.
Hey, that's a pretty good run.
They'll switch it up the run. Here this time they'll go with Handy. Handy able to find some room and forced out of bounds late.
He looked quick there.
He did. Smooth with it.
Speed does kill there, and they'll get the first down. And not sure what we have going on. Looks like we had a couple Raiders down over on the Fultondale sideline. We have a Raider down. Possibly a cramping situation. Training staff making their way out to this young man. We don't have a number on him yet, as he is on the far sideline. I think I may have saw contact with his own player. Tony, you've probably got the better spot in the house, the best seat in the house, so to speak, as some people would say on that. What'd you see? Yeah, you may have had the better seat in the house on that play there. What did you see?
They ran it up the right side, and running back ran over a couple people, and looks like Landon Bagwell is coming off the field on his own, so that's good.
That's the good news we were looking for. Bagwell comes off on his own power. Thank you, Tony. Bagwell's been an impact player, and he looks to be all right. Just may need to just rest up a little bit. Like we said, looked like cramping. 1st and 10, Wildcats. Handy on the right side. Handy has some room and able to get about 5 yards.
He is twitchy.
He is quick. Very quick.
Very twitchy, very speedy. He checks out actually now. Maybe they're keeping him up for later.
Just don't throw a screen. Or if you're Good Hope, you're thinking, please throw a screen.
Please throw a screen. Well, I'll tell you, Good Hope has really been playing some bend but don't break defense.
This time it's Michael Yafondo. Yafondo tripped up and nearly to the goal line.
Got the first down.
Did pick up the first down for the Wildcats. So 1st and goal coming up. This is the Wildcats' first attempt here in the red zone tonight. Or first attempt within the 10-yard line, rather. They've been in the red zone before, but they fumbled it. This time the quarterback fakes everybody out.
That was a good read on that option.
Touchdown Wildcats.
He faked the whole team out.
faked me out. I was still looking at the running back.
And for once, I was looking at the quarterback. I had that one dialed up. So touchdown Wildcats, and now they bring on their extra point kicker.
I was interested to see if they were going to go for 2 there. The way they're running the ball, I'd consider it. Both teams going for 2.
PAT coming up from Rue Johnson.
Left-footed kicker.
He is a left-footed kicker, that's right. 6-7. Raiders have the lead for now. Will that change?
No good.
No good. That score will not change. 6-7. It stays. Raiders with a 1-point lead with 4:18 here in the third quarter. As Rue Johnson able not to convert on that and able to keep Good Hope with the lead here. And he didn't want to do that on purpose, but maybe the crowd getting to him. And Good Hope will celebrate that one as they only have a 1-point lead here, but still anybody's ball game. To tee it up here from the 40 is Johnson. He'll get another chance to redeem it. Maybe he can pin him back further.
Nobody deep for Good Hope, so probably expecting a squib here.
I'm seeing Cone, Drake, and Rutherford. They're not deep, but they're back there. Both hovering around the 20. I guess they're not expecting this one to go deep. And if I were Rue Johnson, I would try to pin the ears back. Squib kick. Rutherford, this time with the reception at the 20. And breaks open to the 35. Trying to mix it up a little bit, Fultondale is, but I wonder if something happened with Davis. As usually, it was Nadarius. I think I have his name right there. I wanted to call him Nefarious, but that kind of sounds like I'm saying he's up to no good. Nadarius Davis. I mean, quite nefarious for the Good Hope side of things on the football field. Quarterback keeper, it's Tyler Cone up the middle. Good for about a yard.
Not much there.
Not much they can muster up.
Somebody's got some cramps on the field.
We do have another cramping Raider.
Here comes the trainer like, let me do it, guys.
Pickle Juice needs to be in the rotation out here tonight. Not to mention, you said the ragweeds, allergies getting to everybody here. And that's not a good sign when your quarterback comes off. That's Tyler Cone coming off.
Need some Claritin up in here.
Tony, did you see who they've inserted in the quarterback position here?
Can you repeat that question for me real quick?
Have you seen who they're inserting in the quarterback position here since Tyler Cone had to exit?
I'm believing it's Carter Rutherford. They're going to run a little Wildcat offense.
Rutherford, like they said, Wildcat. He just goes ahead and hands it off to his running back, Mason Drake, and that time he's not going to get anything out of it.
So would it be the Wild Raider? And then is a Wild Raider a civilized Raider, or is he a more Wild Raider?
This is more Mike Leach stuff, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well, is it well, you can't call it the Wildcat because the other team's the Wildcats.
You're right.
So it's a Wild Raider. More wild or less wild than your average Raider?
You'll have to find out.
Or is it a different color Raider? Instead of a red Raider?
That's another parallel. You're good at this. They're not hurrying the quarterback up. He's getting his helmet back on, so he's probably getting ready for the next set. Had to get some water in. Probably needs to fix that cramping issue. It's Rutherford with a direct snap, and he is not going anywhere.
Dead to rights.
Yeah.
Tough series. They knew they were going to run the ball, and it made it that much tougher.
Yeah, Fultondale's keying on the quarterback there.
Quarterback Cone comes back. Rutherford will go back to the running back position. They will likely set up to punt this one away with Cone from the 20. course, some trickery would be kind of cool right now. The game's on the line, though.
Ooh,
so.
That's pretty far to go.
You never really know.
They are looking to the sideline a
Hank
lot.
Hudson's kind of moving around a good bit.
But I'd expect him to punt here. Yeah.
Talking, blocking.
They do.
Punt is up. And it's going to fall near the 40.
Got a favorable bounce there. Uh-oh.
Keep in mind, they're grabbing Tyler Bird up.
Got some extracurricular
that
going on.
That shouldn't be happening here.
Yeah.
And no flags yet, but Bird's hot. And Coach Scott's coming to calm him down. But number 24 for Fultondale was just getting up in his business for no reason whatsoever. I don't even have that gentleman on my roster here, but number 24 for Fultondale. Again, Fultondale. We talked with their coach. They looked at the roster I gave them and said, this ain't right. This ain't right. They gave me some updates, and, of course, that's what we get provided from the state, and we try to verify with everything else. But, of course, these are things that just don't get worked out right before a game. Nonetheless, no flags, no penalties called either side. We go back to football here from the Fultondale. Looks like the 36. Quarterback keeper. He gets tackled in the backfield.
Read it wrong that time.
Landon Bagwell. He'll lose a chunk out of that one. I thought you were looking over. Oh. Second and long. Here's the handoff on the right side. That's number 6 for Fultondale, and he breaks open here. The ball doesn't come loose, but they were hoping for it. That's Jalen Fells. Kind of hoping the ball would come out there if you were Good Hope.
Well, he made it third and slightly more manageable. But I hadn't seen him throw the ball a lot here, so we'll see what happens.
It is third and looks like 8 here. It's Fells again trying to find some room, and 3 Raiders are going to say no, but there is a flag coming out late, and I wonder.
You don't think
targeting penalty? And Good Hope is cheering this one. I was worried for a second it was the youngster Aiden Young again, as he was kind of celebrating a little bit of that one. Flag is still down. Official still talking things over. Spotting the ball at the 38. Penalties against Fultondale.
Penalties decline.
4th down it stays. The lone man at the 35 is Mason Drake. Go back up now to the 30. Just don't have anybody back there on the other side like they usually do. Usually it's a combo with him and Rutherford, but they're keeping Rutherford close. But they return to Davis on punting here. So maybe just a good idea to keep everybody that far away. They're banging the 10. The ball comes loose. Fultondale tries to make a play out of it. They're not going to worry about who's going to get it on the punt return because Good Hope's going to take it, turnover on downs inside enemy territory.
Were they going for a fake there?
That's what I was going to ask. I couldn't tell if they were trying to do a fake or they just messed up that bad. But, you know, the way the punter took off running to one side, that does lead me to believe that it was a
fake.
Fake, yes.
And that's the end of the third quarter. It's time to get your 4s up.
It means something to us. Therefore, we cannot stand still.
Your score here, 7-6, 4th quarter here on Coleman's Live 95.5. An interesting 4th quarter is coming up.
This one's kind of flying by, honestly.
It has.
It'll be 1st and 10. Raiders here at the 35-yard line. They will go right to left as you listen here. They have a 1-point lead in the final frame of this one. This has been one of the most entertaining games to cover here in Coleman County. If you've been listening here, thank you so much for making Friday Night Live possible. Because without you listening, we wouldn't have anybody to care about us now, would they?
I'm sure some people do.
They're doing a little bit of a swag surf up on the Fultondale side. Here's Mason Drake on the handoff from his quarterback, Tyler Cohn. He goes up the left side, and it's not going to go really anywhere. He'll lose a yard. 2nd and 11 coming up. Of course, we have people listening to the Fairview broadcast possibly out there, and Fairview is just obliterating West Point. It's kind of embarrassing at this point. It's 17 Athens to Coleman's 7. Fairview 42, West Point 7. Gordo 41, Hansville 3. Vinemont 8, Phil Campbell nothing. What a battle out there. Cold Springs 2-point lead over Susan Moore 14-12, and Sylvania leading Holly Pond 41-0. Good pass downfield to Rutherford from Cone, and he'll get it to about the 32, and he's forced out of bounds. Coach Scott having to push some players off of Rutherford from the Fultondale side.
Got a few yards on that one. Make 3rd down a little more manageable.
Looks like about a 3rd and 6 to go. .11:08 left in the ball game. The team with the lead has the ball right now. They need to convert here. They say 7 yards to go. We called 6. Quarterback keeper for Cone.
Decision time.
As he'll get about 4 yards on the carry.
We just saw the Philadelphia Eagles go for it on basically the same spot of the field in their game. Let's see if the Raiders do the same thing. They ran a slant to Devontae Smith, and you know he caught it.
A Slim Reaper. Or Smitty.
Heisman winner.
If only the new Devontae Smith only played offense, he could be in the question too.
2.0.
Literally the same name.
It's spelled a little different. The Devontae is.
I thought it was spelled the same, actually.
I may be wrong.
I don't know. We got a whistle, though. This is a timeout called. Good Hope takes a timeout. We might need one, too. We'll be back in just a second on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning Moore Coleman.
Hey, Coleman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Coleman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. You know, buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Coleman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
Welcome back to football here on the Good Hope Raiders Sports Network, brought to you by Cleaning Moore Coleman. 4th down, Cone throws incomplete, intended that pass downfield for Rutherford. Also in the area, he did have number 33 to pick from. That's Tucker Screws, and pass is incomplete. Will be turnover on downs for Fultondale. They were hoping for a flag late, but
nothing to call.
Is that Sweet Home Alabama?
Yeah, I was about to say, giving us a little bit of Sweet Home Alabama here. Raiders have the lead, 6-7 over Fultondale at the moment. We have 10 minutes and 16 seconds to go. This has been a battle for both sides tonight. We love it. 1st and 10. Fultondale has it. Quarterback keeper.
Oh, he escapes.
He escapes the pocket, steps out of bounds on the sideline. Looks like about a 7.
Yep, good eye.
7 yards. Second and 3 coming up as the Good Hope Band treating us to some Leonard Skinner here.
Or is it Warren Zevon?
Or Kid Rock. And we've got a stoppage of play. Timeout called. Fultondale. While they take a timeout here, we will not step away, but we'll talk about the scores. As presented to you by Odin's Auto Glass, their big glass regional scoreboard. All about that glass this season.
We love that big glass board.
Vinemont leads Phil Campbell 8-0 still, as Coach Robinson's probably locked in on a battle out in West Alabama. Susan Moore pulls ahead of Colt Springs 18-14. Sylvania still has their 41-0 lead over Holly Pond, and Coleman still trailing by 10, 17-7. For the Athens Golden Eagles, also Fairview leading West Point 42-7. Not much has changed, but some things stay the same.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the same place. High snap for the quarterback, and he ended up making a positive yardage play out of it.
Good run by the quarterback there, but something to keep an eye on. He is swinging that ball around when he's
He is. He gets sandwiched by Mason Drake, and I believe he may have also got a piece of Callahan Lindsay. First down nonetheless for the Wildcats. At the 49-yard line of their own. Clock is moving 9 minutes and 42 seconds and rolling. They've been known to cough the ball up at times. Here's Handy. He's quick. He eludes a little bit, but gets spun down and tackled. That's Jathan Smith. Credit him on the big stop for Good Hope. Still got about 2 yards on the carry, so 2nd and 8 coming up for the Wildcats. Playing at the midfield logo here.
Huge drive for the Wildcats right here.
Yeah, they're moving really well.
Just a reminder, this broadcast crew heading to Haleyville next week for Haleyville and Good Hope right here on the Good Hope Radio Sports Network. Taylor Smith breaks open, has to spin out of a tackle, has an edge, and
still going.
Flag's coming out, though. He's still on his feet and finally forced out of bounds.
Wow.
Just before he gets to the 20-yard line. He even runs up the hill a little bit to stop his forward motion. We've got a flag down, a Raider down. Oh, this is not looking good.
I think it's just cramps.
Well, it's just cramps, but still just not looking good for the overall. We're going to have a talk about something, and we got a player down. Is this going to be a first down from Fultondale? Is this going all the way back? We'll find out in just a second.
If the theme continues for Fultondale, after they make a big play, they
holding against the offense.
Well, interested to see where it occurred.
So yeah, it's going to make it 2nd and short. It appears.
Yeah, we've seen a couple times the Fultondale players have open field and initiate the contact, though. I think if he would just kept running, it would have been a race to the end zone. Right. But he stopped.
Yeah, the one thing they have is the speed, and I feel like they need to use that to their advantage.
So it sets up a 2nd and short. Here is Taylor Smith again. Smith this time finds some room. And this time he's not going as crazy as he did last time, but he still picks up the first down.
He can start and stop so fast.
Yes. He's got some feet on him.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Gravity, too.
Yeah, 2 of them. You're right. Scientifically proven.
Well, I mean, we can't see his feet.
I'm not a doctor or anything, but
yeah.
8 minutes, 10 seconds. 7-6 Raiders and a big stop at the line here.
Good Hope stopped the bleeding there. Got a good stop.
I think it's 4 downs from here.
That one belongs to Landon Bagwell.
He said, do it again.
That's a loss of 1, actually, as they come back to mark it now. Second 11 here. Number 6 gets it for Fultondale. Tripped up. Still got a couple yards forward, but gets tripped up on the left side.
Good shoestring tackle there. He could have got a few more yards.
As Jalen Fells takes a fall there. They're only going to say it's a 1-yard game.
Yeah, I don't know about that spot, but hey, good for Good Hope.
Gotta love that for Good Hope. 7-6, they have the lead. 7 minutes and 11 seconds here in the fourth.
Man, someone's got a cannon.
Yeah.
And another big stop. Jalen Fells again. That time in the vicinity of that one is number 79, Eli Kicker. Able to make a big stop, and this will set up 4th and 10 for the Wildcats. Cohn's going to come in. He's going to grab Aiden Young here.
I'm Good Hope here. I'm selling out for the run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fultondale has not shown that they can throw the ball, especially on these 3rd and longs, 4th and longs, so I'd sell out and try to stop the run.
Be a good time for the student section to start banging the metal. And they do. Quarterback steps up, rolls to his right. Nearly picked off.
Take off.
Nearly picked off, but it's going to be incomplete and a turnover on downs, but nearly picked off by Callahan Lindsay.
Why didn't he run there?
He had a little bit of space.
I mean, it was a long way to go, but
also that he was open, he just didn't put enough on it.
Yeah.
And it gave time for the defender to catch up to it and swat it down.
Carter Rutherford's asking this crowd to get loud, and they surely respond to him. 6-11. 1-point ball game here. Cheerleaders getting involved. You mentioned something about someone having a cannon. It was one of the cheerleaders throwing the shirts up here as they nearly hit us in the window. They will take over on the Good Hope 30, moving right to left as you listen here. Gotta imagine if they can get down, burn as much time, even kick a field goal if you got to, they're going to get this one. It's the quarterback Cohn again.
Not much there.
Still kind of scrumming for it.
It's getting chippy.
Credit a lot of that one to Jaden Gordon for Fultondale. 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8 coming up for Good Hope. 5:48. Clock still rolling. They're going to milk it as much as they can. Good Hope has been nearly perfect when it comes to passing. Only one interception. Defense on Fultondale only able to get one. Here is, I believe that's Rutherford this time. No, that's Drake. Drake off to the races. Gets to the 45, and that's a big pickup for the Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group. First down, Raiders.
I think they could theoretically just kill the clock on this single drive, honestly.
Yeah, they keep pounding the rock.
They really could here. First and 10 on the 44. 1 point difference. 10 seconds and rolling on the play clock.
Ooh, they closed it up. Good.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, Oscar. I thought he was about to have another big one.
Big speed run by Mason Drake. Does kind of get clothesline there, but still picks up 3 on the carry. Second and 7 coming up for these Raiders.
When do you use your timeouts if you're Fultondale? If you stop them right here, you think you call one?
I was going to say it.
They've used a good bit already, too, though. That's the issue.
Yeah,
crowd's getting into it. You got to love that. Mason Drake again on the right side. Not a whole lot he could hope for.
Oh, the
ball may have come out. This may be a Fultondale turnover.
Or they say they blow the whistle. I'll tell you what.
This is going to be close. Tony, what do you see?
Seems to be booing from the Good Hope.
If you want my honesty, I think he did lose the ball a little. Yeah. But we'll take the call.
They're calling it Good Hope ball still.
You know, again...
That kid graduated from that school, mind you. He said that. Just saying. Not throwing him under the bus.
We're not,
I'm not throwing you under the bus, but
we're not picking sides here, but it did appear like the Fultondale player had the ball in his hands when the whistle was blown. But, whatever the officials call, that's what we'll go with.
That'll be front page news tomorrow, won't it? Third down, we'll take it.
First down.
They've got the first down. Wow. Raiders will convert.
Another one of those where you think
that's Tyler Cohn for you. 3 minutes, 10 seconds on the big pickup.
Yeah, that
from the Josh Phillips and Impact Mortgage Group. First down, Raiders.
Yeah, that's some back-to-back back-breaking plays there.
Yeah.
Fultondale thinks they have the ball, then it turns out they don't, and then Good Hope just pounds the ball right down their throat for the first down, and that'll, unless something crazy happens, this will probably put the game away.
2 minutes, 45 seconds and rolling. Another big run play.
Only gained a couple that time.
How many timeouts do they have left?
I'm wondering that.
We're all wondering too.
Because they haven't used any of them, so.
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
Now would be the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good Hope leads by 1.
Don't want to take them home with you if you got them.
No, you can't use them next week.
Especially when it's a 1-point game.
They don't roll over. No, you want to use them here. Second and 8.
Everybody's in the box.
It's Cone. Cone is off to the 20, 10.
Let him
stay in bounds. Yeah.
Serious question. If you're Fultondale, let him score.
Yes.
Yeah. You got to let him score. Like now at this point, you should have drug him to the end zone because now they can kneel it if they don't have any timeouts.
And that's probably what they're going to do because I would imagine they'd let him, since he did go out of bounds, which stopped the clock. It'd be to Fultondale, like you were saying, Nick.
You've got to let them score if you're Fultondale.
Yes, it'd be to their advantage to let them score.
If that guy runs, don't tackle him.
That brings him down to the 13-yard line after being pushed out of bounds. I've got to agree with my commentators here. You got to let him score if you're Fultondale. But
yeah, I don't know that they realize that, but you should have let him.
Here's Mason Drake still pushing forward.
No. They stop him.
They stop him, but he gets inside the 10-yard line.
Which timeout.
Can't escape that song, can you? 131 on the board as Good Hope comes to talk with Coach, and I mean, as a wise man once said, sometimes you got to pop out and show people. And Good Hope really has done that tonight. Good Hope feeling elated coming out of this huddle.
Once again, I reiterate, if you're Fultondale, your best bet is to let them score. Because you probably aren't going to kick a field goal anyways. You're a high school team. You're going to need a touchdown.
And then the extra 2.
Second and it looks like about 6 here. We're inside the 10. It's Cone on the right side of the pile and gets down to the 5.
And if Good Hope were to get the first down but not the touchdown, it's ball game.
Got a flag.
Well, we do have a flag on the
It's probably going to be
side.
automatic first down. We'll see what the call is.
There's a minute and 20 left.
If it's a first down, it's ball game.
I won't hate the decision if Coach Scott decides to score, but
no, it'd be the wrong one. You don't want to score here. You want to run the clock out.
Glad you're with us here on Coleman's Live 95.5 WRJM-LP Coleman. Streaming live on our app, on Facebook, and across the world. For everybody to hear. Right now, the Raiders locked in a battle, 7-6 over the Wildcats with 3rd and 3 to go with 1 minute, 21 seconds.
So I repeat, Good Hope is up by 1. If they score a touchdown, Fultondale has a chance. If they get the first down, or are they giving them the first down?
They gave them the first down. I didn't see what the penalty was, but yeah.
Penalty was against Fultondale as they come back and give the decisions.
Yeah.
1st and goal.
Good Hope just needs to kneel the ball here.
Victory formation.
Looks like that's what's going to happen, yeah.
Raiders looking to go 2-0 after beating West Point last week in a thriller. They come back and they still got to play these thrillers. Haleyville, you're up next.
I tried telling Fultondale.
Lions will be hosting these mighty Raiders next Friday. We'll be there for that one from Haleyville. And then back on the road, I believe, for one more game. I believe at Cordova.
My old high school coach was fired from there last year.
We got 4 road games coming up. We got Cordova, we've got Haleyville, Fayette County, and there's one more that I'm missing, but I'll have to look. They're going to go with the victory formation here with 120.
I imagine they'll just do the same thing again here.
I would imagine so, but I thought I got the inkling that they called a timeout for Fultondale. I was about to say, now you're bringing them out. Here comes the second one. 48 seconds. They're bleeding time here. That should do it. Tony, take me through this for a second. You're a Good Hope alum. You're here on the sideline, back at your old high school, and it's a big victory for your team. Walk us through what you witnessed tonight.
I witnessed a defensive masterclass. That's just a Coach Scott special. Not a really high-scoring affair. He loves defense, and that's exactly what he got this game. I'm excited to see what the future holds for this. Great win. Way to walk out of the W.
All right, we're heading off to Haleyville next week, and same thing. We'll see you on the sideline, Tony. You just can't write them better than that. Final score 7-6. The Raiders are on top of this one. 2-0 to begin their season, and it wasn't easy. It has been a battle to get to where they've got to, and boy, they get to celebrate this one tonight. And all the coaches now heading down.
That one just felt like it just flew by, honestly. It was just
yeah. Well, both teams couldn't really pass the ball. So usually I'm pro, pass the ball, but tonight both teams, had most of their bad plays other than the one big play for Good Hope when they passed it. So I was like, go ahead and run it.
You can't hate what you've seen on the field tonight. It was slow. It took a while, but towards the end it was very methodical for Good Hope. You really can't hate what you saw on the field tonight. Final score again, 7-6. Whew. Touchdown Eagles, by the way, if you're watching the NFL game. We just got an update on that.
Boy, it'd be nice to have A.J. Brown on your fantasy team right now.
Yeah, it would. It really would, yeah. Yeah. We now walk in to the Merchants Bank of Alabama post-game show. Merchants Bank division of South Point Bank, member FDIC. We start with scores from around the region, brought to you by Odin's Auto Glass. Athens leading Coleman 17-7. Of course, these scores are active as of 9:08 p.m. here. 48-7 Fairview over West Point. Good Hope wins again 7-6 if you just tune back in. Vineland leading Phil Campbell 14-6, and Gordo over Hanceville 47-3. Some of these games still in their third quarter. Cold Springs and Susan Moore trying to get back into a battle. It's 26-20 in that one in favoring the Susan Moore Bulldogs. Also, Holly Pond trails Sylvania 46-6.
It's never too late.
No? Maybe not. I believe we got Tony over on the near Coach Scott. Maybe we may get a word from Coach on the way out. Let's see what Tony has going on. Tony, you're out there. Are you trying to get a word with Coach, or we'll see what we got going on here? May not be picking us up yet. Coach is having a little bit of a huddle, though. Both teams doing their normal alma mater presentation. Coaches are joining in now, and of course, Haleyville's on the menu next. Looking forward to the Lions. Not the Detroit Lions, though. Not bringing no Dan Campbell mess into this one. I believe that's, maybe all we've got here. As I don't have a clear word from Tony if he's going to get a word with Coach or not, but that's fine. We'll catch up with him next week. We will see you in Haleyville next week as we take the Raiders Sports Network on the road once more to Winston County. Haleyville, the Lions, and the Raiders in a battle next Friday. Region play continues 1-0 in the region, 2-0 overall for our Raiders. We'll go back to it next Friday from Haleyville. I'm Dylan Deemert for Nick McCarley, for Tony Thompson on the sideline, Oscar Ricardo and Alex Mann. Good night, and we'll see you again next Friday.
Until next time, folks. Same blonde hair, same rap channel. I'm out.